Hey guys, Kurt here with NK Garage, and today we've got a really exciting thing to show you guys. So let's get into it. Well, here it is. This was the US General one drawer service cart. It's 30 inches by 16 inches, and the height I think is 30 something inches, Nick. I think it's like 30 something inches. And we took it and we turned it into our homemade grinder cart. And you don't really have to do a lot to make this happen. We built the cart as normal. And then, in order to get our tools the way we wanted them, basically we built a base in here made out of 2x lumber. Then we topped it with this diamond plate we had lying around. And then we bolted down our disc sander and our bench grinder. Previously, we had a similar kind of thing going on, but it was made out of some old junk, and it just wasn't working. The wheels actually failed on us, so we kind of had to basically rebuild it from the ground up. And then we got the idea, why don't we see what Harbor Freight has, because we have the US General toolbox over here. That's the 42-inch. And then over there we have the US General 5-drawer service cart. So given that, we're like, all right, well, let's see what Harbor Freight has. This cart you can buy now. It's retail, normal price at $129. And that's not bad because you get the one drawer, you get the bottom storage, and then the top, it has this encapsulated service area. But we took it one step further, of course, and made it our own thing. It really is just a game changer because now we can take our grinder, our disc sander, we can bring it anywhere we want. We could wheel it outside if we're going to work on something that's very, very rusty and we don't want all that dust in the garage. We can get right outside, get some fresh air. You can move it around the shop to clean things. Our normal storage location for this is right here. So we made sure that we would clear this shelf. And that's why the disc sander is actually set down about 1.5 inches below the grinder. We didn't want to have a void where stuff can collect, but kind of had to go with that just because of our clearance. But if you don't have that problem and you want to build this same thing, you can just make it flush. Or you could just mount the tools right in there, inset. It has the same inset as the bottom shelf. Whatever works best for you. This is just what worked best for us. So let's take a look inside. The one drawer does have a lock. We'll never lock it because we don't have anybody that we think will be taking from us. This is a private garage that we lock every day, so it shouldn't be a problem. So inside we put all of our bench grinder accessories in here. We have our wheel dresser. This is actually pretty cool. This is a Huntington. It's a new old stock vintage. So it's never been used before. I don't think, maybe once or twice, but it's in the original packaging. It has all the extra wheels and stuff, so that's in here. We've got a bunch of buffing stuff in here, small wheels, large wheels. We've got extra grinder wheels. We have extra wire wheels. We have all the little discs for when you mount those so that you can adapt to the size you need. This is for the buffers. Just a little homemade thing out of a bolt. And of course, we got some safety glasses. So we went ahead and we designed this in a way where one plug does all. You don't have to do this, but if you feel like you want to, you surely can. We did this because we'll never be using both machines at the same time. So we just used an old junction box, wired them together, and then we have about 25 feet of cord here. This was just something that we cut off of an old appliance or vacuum, or I don't even know. It was just extra wire hanging around a long time ago. We just reused that. But we can go and plug it in wherever we want. We can wheel it around. And when you find wherever you want to do your stuff, you just turn her on. Of course, Should have put my safety glasses on first. Most of the time when I'm doing wire wheeling, I'm cleaning up old tools. This had just come out of evaporust. I just washed it off with water. But you got all this, you know, peeling chrome and just that black oxidation. So we'll just give it a quick little, not a full restoration or anything here, just a quick little cleanup. If I was doing this without the evaporust, given how rusty these things were, I'd probably want to wheel this outside just so that I don't get all that dust in the shop. But given that we're just kind of just tidying up here, we can just do that. This is a brand new wire wheel we got at Harbor Freight. It was like $5. It's okay. It's a little coarser than I'm used to, so I still have to get used to it. But this is an old tool with chrome damage, so I don't mind taking off some of the peeling chrome here. By the way, if you're wondering, this motor only spins at 1700 RPM. Most bench grinders spin at 3500. I like the lower speed because it's a little bit safer and allows you kind of to just take your time and do a little bit better of a job if you're doing cleanup like this. Of course, for grinding, it may not be enough, but it's something. And there we have it, you know, nothing crazy. Like I said, I'm just kind of showing you, you know, what I use it for. We can go and clean this up later. I usually use rubbing alcohol. You could use acetone, and that'll pull a lot of that dark gray color out of there from the coloring, the oxidation that you get from the evaporust. But, you know, pretty cool. I like that there's space to put stuff down. You need to take a break for a second. You know, you can come back later. And, of course, we have the disc sander. We'll turn it on just for fun. This thing is an absolute unit. It's coming up time soon to probably replace the paper. It's a little worn out, but we only use it here and there just to do minor little touch-up on stuff. It's the Rockwell manufacturing. Model is, I think it says 1166. It's a nice old unit. We're pretty happy with the way this came out. You know, I just think that the mobility of it is awesome. If you are using a mobile cart or anything like that, you'll probably understand, you know, the gain to going with something like this. And then we even have that bottom shelf where we just kind of put some extra stuff. We have a bench vise down there that we have not found a place in here to mount yet. And then we have a very heavy-duty bench grinder over there as well. And that gets used occasionally. We have to do some heavy grinding, but not all the time, so we don't leave that on the cart. We'll just wrap up our cable. And there we go. Once that stops spinning, then we can put her away. But I'm very happy with this. We only have $130 invested. All the 2x lumber and the diamond plate that we have here and the hardware, everything, we had all that lying around. Obviously, we've had the units. And it's pretty awesome. We're going to see how it holds up long term. You know, I don't know what the wheels are rated for, so I hope it's enough for this much weight, but I think it should be. And it's not like we're rolling this thing down the street. We're just going out in the driveway and back. But it's pretty cool. So that's all for today's video. But again, I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you can get something out of this. You know, maybe you guys are looking to do some home DIY projects and make a cart like this. You could use it for any application, really. You know, these things are all purpose. So, well, that's it for today. And if you guys have extra time, just check the link in the description down below. You can check us out over at our NK Landscaping channel. Nick runs that channel. And if you want to, eBay link is in the description. All YouTubers get 10% off. The coupon code's down there. It's NK YouTube. Check it out if you want to browse, shop, whatever. And have a great day. And we'll see you guys on the next one.